Hello, good evening. Tonight we're going to talk about coping with overwhelm. I know that a lot of people on here have been asking me to talk about this and have been struggling with it, so that's the topic for tonight, besides a Q&A with Dr. Shelley. So feel free to post questions below and I'll answer them throughout the call. I'm Dr. Shelley Nash, and I'm a personal empowerment leader, and I coach people all over the world to reconnect with their true self and step into their power. So what this entails sometimes is getting you through your inner blocks, getting you out of a rut that you're stuck in, and really getting the results that you want in your life. So that's what I do. I coach people and really help them through transformation and becoming the person that they want to be, doing what they want to do, achieving the goals that they want to achieve. So I'm so happy to be on tonight to share with you about coping with overwhelm. So this has been something that I have been struggling with for a lot of my life, and now I feel like I have some tools that I use that have been really helpful for me. When I was building my last website, I was in a lot of overwhelm because there was so much to do and so many different tasks. So I find that overwhelm comes from really having a lot to do, having a lot of plates in the air, trying to spin them all, trying to keep them up in the air, having a lot of variety of things to do, and then all of a sudden it feels unmanageable and it feels like you don't know which way to turn, and it just becomes overwhelming. So one of the things I realized about overwhelm was that a lot of times it's really a perception of how it feels and not really what's going on. It's your perception of how that feels. So if you can try to get outside of yourself and see the situation from another person's point of view or someone that you value's point of view, how would they see the situation? What advice would they give you? That's one thing to do. And then often it's unrealistic expectations that we have, or I have, about how much I'm going to do in a day, and then I don't do that, and then it starts to build over and over and over again, and so that starts to chip away at our peace of mind. And then as the days go on, it just becomes more overwhelming and more overwhelming. So this is some of the things that I do, especially in the moment of overwhelm. Like you're in it and you're in it. So I say, first of all, just stop whatever you're doing. Stop whatever you're doing. Really take a moment to breathe and feel your feelings. And if that's not possible, then just get away from wherever you're at. Get out of the house, go for a walk, just go outside and breathe. So just change your environment, because sometimes your environment is contributing to the overwhelm that you feel. So that's the first thing that I do, and I like to actually go for a 30-minute, 45-minute walk to really change my mindset, really kind of go through some thought processes. And as I'm walking, usually the first half of the walk is more like ruminating and still going through stuff, and then the ending of the walk, I get some more clarity and I'm able to start to feel better. And then by the time I get home from a walk after feeling overwhelmed, then I have some calmness or sense of peace anyway within myself. Another thing that I do, walk or not, if I'm not able to get out of the house, I really have noticed that if I'm in overwhelm and the house is messy or the kitchen is messy, I try to make order. I go through the house and make as much order as possible. I might even start a load of laundry, so that I find that if I can do small projects around the house and complete them, then I have a sense of completing something. Because I think that overwhelm, it's like a project that goes on forever and ever and there's no ending in sight. And so if I can do small projects that have a beginning and end really quickly, just straightening up the house, making the bed, doing a load of laundry, it feels like I'm accomplishing something, it's successful, and then when I go back into that area, of course, it looks really pleasing, and so that's nice as well. That's another one that actually that helps me probably the most of, besides the walking, and it's easy to do. So then I always pull out my essential oils. Sometimes I do that right away, sometimes I forget and pull them out later. So if you have essential oils, you know, I recommend something like lavender. We have different blends. There are different blends. We have Calming Breeze. We have Pure Tranquility. Anything that's calming will help you to calm down. And then usually I put a dab of that in my hand, rub my hands together, and smell the oils. So you want to get them into your nasal passage, into the subconscious or the limbic brain, which has to do with the emotions. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, you know, it's probably coming from a certain emotion. So if you can get some calming oils in you, that is always helpful. You can also diffuse oils in your room while you're working, calming oils, and that might actually prevent the overwhelm. You can use different oils like for focusing or for determination that may also get you to not go into a situation of feeling overwhelmed. So the next thing that I do, and this is kind of going deeper, taking it to another level, is get out a piece of paper or a journal and writing down what was really going on and what was I feeling, really, and first just going, you know, kind of getting it all out, kind of like you're talking to a friend, just blurt it out. It's like, I'm overwhelmed about this, and this, and this is driving me crazy, and everything, just like get everything out. And then maybe after you get everything out, then you can go into more of what am I feeling when I'm overwhelmed, and you can go a little deeper than just what's going on to how am I feeling and how is this making me feel. Maybe I'm feeling inadequate, or you could come up with some of the deeper gremlins of, you know, not worthy, not successful, feeling like a failure, things like that might be underneath the overwhelm. And then, you know, you could work with some affirmations to kind of negate or do the positive of that. You know, I'm so happy and grateful now that this project is working out better than I could possibly imagine. So start working on some affirmations that will uplift you rather than the thoughts that are bringing you down. One thing about overwhelm too is there's an element of procrastination, and I just wanted to say a little bit about procrastination because it actually kills all momentum that you have towards your project, and it really keeps you from rolling, you know, keeping your projects rolling. So, and the big thing about procrastination that I've recently learned is that it's caused by indecision. So in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, there's a chapter on decision, there's a chapter on persistence, and hi Shantae, there's a chapter on decision, and in that chapter on decision, he says that wealthy people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, if at all. And people that aren't wealthy don't make decisions, procrastinate, are indecisive, go up and down, things like that. So not only is decision making essential to stop procrastination, it's really essential for success. So making a decision also on your own is really helpful, because going to other people for information, but going to yourself and your own intuition to make your decisions, because you and you alone know what you want and know what's right for you. So another thing is just to be kind to yourself. A lot of times when there's overwhelmed from incomplete projects or whatever you're overwhelmed about, the tendency is to get out the hammer and kind of be self-critical, feel anger and frustration. So be kind and gentle to yourself as you're going through strong emotions. You could try a short meditation I know for me, it's like when I'm in this mood, meditation is like the last thing on my mind. However, to have a regular, consistent meditating practice may also keep you calmer in general over time. And I wanted to share with you this meditation app that I love, which is called Insight Timer, INSIGHT Timer. And it's great. It's got all kinds of affirmations. It's meditations. It's free. It's people all over the world that are meditating using that app. So that's a great way to start because it has short affirmations, 4-minute meditations, 5-minute meditations, 10-minute long ones. You can put just music on to change your mood. So that's a great tool. And then last but not least is taking a bath. I really like to take a bath in some bath products. I really love essential oils in a mixture of half of Epsom salt and half of baking soda with 10 to 15 drops of my favorite essential oils. That's relaxing. Just a way to totally cleanse your energy. Taking a bath is very cleansing for your body, mind, and spirit. It's, the water is going over you. You can imagine all your stress leaving down the tub when you're finished with your bath. If you want to throw on one of the meditations while you're bathing, then that would be 2 things for the price of 1. And then I guess another thing would be, I wanted to read another thing from Think and Grow Rich in the chapter on persistence. It says that every failure brings with it the seed of equivalent advantage. And I think that overwhelm isn't necessarily a failure, but I think that every challenge that we have in our life has the seed within it to have a lesson or to have something more value for you to learn. So the way to kind of have realizations about that is a great way is doing gratitude every morning, maybe doing gratitude when you're in the middle of feeling overwhelmed. What is going right, what has happened for me. And I always like to start my gratitude with, I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm so happy and grateful now. Then that, you write that down. So I'm so happy and grateful now that. And so that brings it into yourself. I am happy and grateful is an emotional feeling. So it really gets your subconscious mind into it and now brings it into the present. So you want to be happy and grateful now that I'm completing this project. Even though you haven't completed it, you're happy that you've completed it. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but you want to bring in your subconscious mind, there's no time and space, so it believes everything you tell it in the present. So why not say an affirmation that's going to help you complete a project? So I'm happy and grateful that now that my project is complete, and I've gotten congratulations from friends saying that I did a great job. So you can really work with your mind to make it, work for you instead of work against you. Let's see, I think that's all I have really on overwhelm. I hope that a lot of those things helped you. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Do we have any questions going on? I don't think, so far there's no questions. So I really thank all of you that got on, thank the listeners that are still to come. And just as a reminder, I do help people, I do coach people to find the inner blocks, to find the inner gremlins, and to really get through to learning what they want in their life, to living the life that they love. So I offer the free Breakthrough Your Inner Blocks session. I also offer a free session called Thinking into Results. I'll post those, and so you can just sign up for a free session if you want to see how I can help you with your with anything that's going on for you. So have a great night, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.